Did you know that many seniors face social isolation? But it's not just because of physical limitations. There's actually a psychological reason behind it that you might not be aware of. But don't worry. Today, we'll explore exactly why this happens and, more importantly, how you can become more likable at any age. Meet Harold. He's 67, a retired engineer, and for most of his life, he was the go-to guy for advice and support. He raised a family, worked hard, and was always at the center of social gatherings. But lately, things have started to change. He's noticed that people don't invite him as much anymore, and he often feels like he's being left out of conversations. It's not that Harold has become less interesting or less kind. He's always been a great listener and a source of wisdom. So why does it feel like he's slowly becoming invisible? Why do people seem to avoid him now, when just a few years ago he was always the life of the party? Maybe you've experienced something similar yourself. Aging can sometimes make us feel more isolated than ever before, but there's a psychological reason behind it that you might not even be aware of. In today's video, we're going to dive into why people sometimes avoid seniors and what factors contribute to that psychological distance. But here's the good news. This video isn't just about the problem. We're also going to talk about 9 traits that can make you more likable, more connected, and more magnetic to others, no matter your age. These traits can help you rebuild relationships, form new ones, and continue living a vibrant social life. If you've ever felt this way or experienced social isolation as you've gotten older, you're not alone. Let me know in the comments what you've gone through or what you think about this situation. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. First, let's talk about why some people avoid seniors. It's not always personal. Often it's due to deep-seated misconceptions and societal biases. Many younger people subconsciously associate aging with dependency, fragility, or even a lack of relevance. In a fast-paced world that values energy, innovation, and constant motion, seniors are sometimes seen as being out of sync with modern life. These perceptions, though inaccurate, cause some to distance themselves, sometimes without even realizing it. Another reason is that people tend to avoid what they don't understand. If someone hasn't spent much time around seniors, they may not know how to engage in a meaningful way. They fear saying the wrong thing, or they assume that interests and perspectives are too different to connect. Imagine you're walking through a crowded store and you see someone moving slowly, perhaps struggling with their balance or looking unsure about where to go next. Some people may instinctively feel uncomfortable or impatient, not because they're unkind, but because they don't know how to respond. Do they offer help? Do they wait? Or do they just move along? This hesitation can sometimes extend into relationships where younger people don't always know how to start conversations or share experiences with seniors in a way that feels natural. But here's the important thing to remember. This isn't your fault. Society often overlooks the value of experience, wisdom, and perspective that comes with age. But that doesn't mean you have to accept being sidelined. The truth is, likability isn't about youth or energy. It's about connection. And the good news, there are specific things you can do to shift the way people see and interact with you. Coming up, we'll talk about 9 powerful traits that can make you instantly more likable and help you build meaningful relationships at any age. Have you ever felt like people hesitate to interact with you because of misconceptions about aging? How do you handle it? Share your thoughts in the comments. The power of positivity. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate positivity. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to light up a room just by walking in? It's not about how young they are or how much energy they have. It's about the way they make others feel. A warm smile, a kind word, or an upbeat attitude can instantly make you more approachable and likable. Think about 2 people you might run into at a coffee shop. One person greets the barista with a smile, makes a light-hearted comment about the weather, and leaves a friendly impression. The other sighs loudly, complains about slow service, and barely makes eye contact. Who would you rather talk to? The same principle applies to all of us. Positivity makes people feel at ease and naturally draws them in. The science behind it. Positivity is contagious. Studies show that emotions are highly influential. When you project warmth and optimism, others mirror that energy. On the other hand, if you appear negative or disengaged, people subconsciously pick up on that too. The key isn't to be overly cheerful all the time, but to focus on finding the good in situations and sharing that with others. How to apply this in daily life? Start small. Offer a friendly good morning or a compliment when interacting with others. Practice gratitude. When you focus on what's good in your life, it naturally shifts your demeanor. Find humor. A light-hearted joke or a smile at life's little quirks makes you instantly more enjoyable to be around. Remember, your energy is your introduction before you even say a word. If you want people to engage with you, give them a reason to feel good in your presence. The next trait we'll discuss is just as powerful. It's something that can instantly make you more interesting and deepen your connections. Have you ever noticed how positivity affects the way people treat you? Share your experiences in the comments below. Why interest matters. As we age, we accumulate a lifetime of experiences, wisdom, and stories to share. But here's something most people overlook. Being likable isn't just about what you say, it's about how well you listen. People naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel heard and valued. The simple act of asking a thoughtful question can open the door to meaningful conversations and deeper connections. Imagine two different interactions. In one, you meet someone who talks endlessly about themselves, barely stopping to ask about you. In the other, someone listens attentively, asks about your experiences, and genuinely seems interested in what you have to say. Which person leaves a better impression? It's human nature. People love to talk about themselves, and when you show curiosity about their lives, it makes them feel important and appreciated. The science behind it. Studies show that when people talk about themselves, their brains release dopamine, the feel-good chemical. That's why engaging in genuine conversations where you encourage others to share their thoughts and experiences makes them feel more connected to you. And the best part, you don't have to do all the talking, just asking the right questions and truly listening is enough to build a bond. How to apply this in daily life? Be curious. Ask open-ended questions like, what's been the highlight of your week? Or, what's something you're passionate about? Listen actively. Nod, maintain eye contact, and respond thoughtfully to show you're engaged. Find common ground. Look for shared interests that can keep the conversation flowing naturally. The most likable people aren't necessarily the most talkative, they're the best listeners. When you make others feel valued, they'll naturally be drawn to you. And here's something even more powerful. The next trait we'll discuss can instantly boost your confidence and make you stand out in any social setting. When was the last time someone made you feel truly heard? How did it change the conversation? Let me know in the comments. Why sharing your stories matters. We all have stories, memories from our past, lessons we've learned, and experiences that have shaped us. Sharing these stories not only helps others get to know you better, but it also creates a deeper connection. Our life experiences are unique, and when we share them, we offer a glimpse into who we are. That's why sharing your stories is such a powerful way to build relationships and make a lasting impression. Think about a time when someone shared a personal story with you. Maybe it was about their childhood, a travel adventure, or a lesson learned through hardship. Stories like these are memorable because they make the person feel real to us. They add depth and emotion to the conversation. For example, Harold, the 67-year-old retiree we met earlier, started sharing some of his experiences with younger friends at a community gathering. When he talked about his career as an engineer, the challenges he faced, and the joy of raising his kids, it made him seem not just like an older man, but someone who had lived a rich, full life. Suddenly people were listening, asking questions, and connecting with him in ways they hadn't before. The science behind it. Psychologists say that sharing personal experiences allows us to connect on an emotional level, which is the foundation of any lasting relationship. Stories are powerful because they evoke emotions and create common ground. When you share a piece of your past, it invites others to open up about their own lives, fostering an environment of trust and understanding. How to apply this in daily life? Share moments that were pivotal in your life, whether funny, inspiring, or full of wisdom. Don't just tell the facts. Describe how the experience made you feel and what it taught you. Be vulnerable. It's okay to show your mistakes and challenges. This authenticity makes you more relatable and likable. Remember, your life stories are part of what makes you unique. They allow others to see the real you, and they open up opportunities for deeper, more meaningful conversations. Up next, we'll talk about another trait that will help you form stronger bonds and improve how you connect with others. What's a story from your life that shaped who you are today? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. The power of confidence. Confidence isn't something that magically appears as we get older. It's something that comes from within. A belief in your worth, your experiences, and your ability to contribute meaningfully. For many, confidence can start to wane as they age, especially when facing new challenges or societal perceptions about growing older. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't about being loud or dominating a conversation. It's about being comfortable with who you are, standing tall in your own skin and knowing that your voice matters. Let's take Harold, for example. When Harold first noticed people avoiding him, he realized that part of the issue wasn't just about how others saw him, it was also about how he saw himself. He found that his confidence had taken a hit. He'd spent so many years in the hustle and bustle of work and family life that he didn't always recognize his own value when he retired. But the moment Harold began speaking up at social gatherings, asking questions, and sharing his thoughts with genuine interest in others, he began to feel his confidence growing. He didn't need to dominate the room. He simply needed to believe that his presence mattered, the science behind it. Research shows that confidence plays a huge role in how people perceive us. When we exude confidence without being overbearing, it invites respect from others. People are naturally drawn to those who are self-assured, but there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is about expressing your thoughts clearly and openly without belittling others or trying to control the conversation. It's also about being open to feedback and staying humble. How to apply this in daily life? Believe in your worth. Remind yourself daily of your value and the experiences you bring to the table. Don't shy away from speaking your mind. Share your thoughts without fear of judgment, but be mindful of how your words affect others. Avoid defensiveness. When someone disagrees with you, listen with an open mind instead of immediately getting defensive. This shows maturity and emotional intelligence. Stay humble. Confidence doesn't mean dismissing others or thinking you're superior. It means recognizing your own strengths while appreciating the strengths of others. Being confident isn't about trying to impress others. It's about being secure in who you are. And when you are secure, people will naturally be drawn to you. Now, let's explore another trait that's equally powerful, one that helps you navigate relationships with grace and build trust with others. Have you ever felt like your confidence wavered as you got older? How did you overcome it? Let me know in the comments below. Why complaining pushes people away. Let's face it, life isn't always easy. We all face challenges, whether it's health issues, financial stress, or simply the daily hurdles of growing older. But here's something important. Constantly complaining or focusing on the negatives can unintentionally drive people away. While it's completely normal to vent occasionally, when it becomes a habit, it can create an aura of negativity that others instinctively avoid. People are naturally drawn to those who focus on solutions and keep a positive perspective. Harold noticed that whenever he spent too much time talking about how difficult retirement had been or how much he missed his old job, people seemed to drift away. At first, he didn't understand why, but then he realized that his constant complaints about his physical health or lack of social activities were making him seem defeated rather than hopeful. Instead of letting life's challenges overwhelm him, Harold shifted his mindset. He started talking about the things he was doing to stay active. His gardening hobby, his walks around the neighborhood, and even his new interest in woodworking. This not only made him feel more positive, but it also made him more appealing to others who appreciated his proactive approach, the science behind it. Psychology teaches us that our emotions are contagious. When we focus on negativity, it can affect those around us, often without us even realizing it. Constant complaining activates stress hormones, which not only affect your mood, but can also impact the mood of others. In contrast, focusing on solutions and maintaining an optimistic attitude triggers the release of feel-good chemicals like serotonin and endorphins, which make you more approachable and enjoyable to be around. How to apply this in daily life? Find the silver lining. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, talk about what's going right or the lessons learned from a situation. Shift the narrative. When you catch yourself complaining, take a moment to reframe the conversation. For example, instead of saying, "I can't keep up with my grandkids anymore," try saying, "I'm grateful for the moments I get to share with my grandkids, even if I need to take a break more often." Be solution-oriented. When faced with a challenge, focus on what you're doing to improve the situation. People respect those who look for solutions rather than dwell on problems. When we choose to focus on the positives, even in the midst of difficulties, we attract others who value resilience and optimism. People love being around those who inspire them to be better and feel better. In the next section, we'll talk about another trait that will help you build stronger relationships and connect more deeply with those around you. What's something that you found silver linings in, even when things were tough? Share your experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've overcome challenges. Why humor is essential. Laughter truly is the best medicine. It connects us, lightens the mood, and helps us bond with others. Having a good sense of humor, especially as we get older, is one of the most effective ways to make yourself more likable and approachable. It's not about telling jokes or being a comedian, it's about finding joy in life's small moments, laughing at yourself when things go wrong, and using humor as a bridge to connect with others. Take Harold, for example. When he tripped over a garden hose while trying to fix a fence, instead of getting frustrated or embarrassed, he laughed it off. He said, "Well, at least the garden's getting more water than it needs today." His ability to laugh at himself instantly lightened the atmosphere and made others feel at ease. Everyone who witnessed it smiled, and Harold's humorous outlook made him instantly more relatable. He wasn't taking life too seriously. He was embracing the imperfections with a laugh. The science behind it. Humor has a profound impact on how we connect with others. Studies show that laughter increases social bonds and creates a sense of shared joy. When we laugh together, we feel closer, more comfortable, and more connected to one another. It helps reduce stress, boosts mood, and makes us more attractive as a companion. People are naturally drawn to those who can find humor in any situation, whether it's a funny mishap, a quirky comment, or simply sharing a good laugh over something light-hearted. How to apply this in daily life? Find humor in the everyday. Look for funny moments in your daily routine, even in challenging situations. The way you respond to life's hiccups can either make or break your connection with others. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Self-deprecating humor can make you more approachable and relatable. Share a funny moment from your past or something you've learned through a mistake. Use humor to ease tension. If you're in an uncomfortable situation, a light-hearted joke can break the ice and make everyone feel more at ease. Share funny stories. Whether it's a childhood memory or something recent, telling a funny story can create an instant bond and give people a reason to smile. When we embrace humor, it helps us navigate life's challenges with a smile. Humor softens the edges of difficult situations and makes us more likable because it shows we don't take ourselves too seriously. Next, we'll talk about a trait that will help you build even more trust and deepen your relationships with others. What's the funniest thing that's happened to you recently? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Why empathy is powerful. Empathy is one of the most essential traits for building meaningful connections with others. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of someone else. When you show genuine care for what others are going through, it creates a deep sense of trust and makes you incredibly likable. Empathy goes beyond sympathy. It's about truly putting yourself in another person's shoes and offering support in a way that makes them feel understood. Harold, for instance, knew how isolating it could feel when people stopped reaching out as much. One afternoon, a neighbour, Doris, mentioned how she'd been feeling lonely since her husband passed away. Harold, remembering how tough his own wife's passing had been, could have easily dismissed it. Instead, he listened intently, validated her feelings and said, "I know how tough it can be, Doris. It's hard, but you don't have to go through it alone. I'm here if you ever need someone to talk to or just share a cup of tea." Doris smiled, feeling the warmth of his empathy. It was that simple act of understanding her pain that forged a lasting bond between them. The science behind it. Research shows that when we show empathy, we activate the brain's mirror neurons, which help us connect emotionally with others. Empathy makes people feel heard, respected, and valued. It doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as acknowledging someone's feelings, offering support, or just being there for them in times of need. When you show empathy, people feel safe around you, and this trust forms the foundation of lasting, meaningful relationships. How to apply this in daily life? Listen without judgment. When someone shares a struggle, avoid offering quick solutions or trying to fix the problem. Instead, listen attentively and acknowledge their feelings. Validate their emotions. A simple, "That sounds really tough," or "I can imagine how hard that must be," goes a long way in making someone feel understood. Be present. Sometimes the best way to show empathy is by being there physically or emotionally. Offering your time, even for a short chat, can make a world of difference. Follow up. If someone has shared something personal with you, check in on them later. It shows you genuinely care about their well-being, not just in the moment, but over time. Empathy helps us connect on a deeper level. It shows others that we see and hear them, no matter what they're going through. It's this connection that makes you more likable, approachable, and trustworthy. In the next section, we'll talk about another important trait that will enhance your relationships even further. Have you ever experienced a moment where someone's empathy made a big difference in your life? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear how empathy has helped you. Why adaptability is crucial? Adaptability is key to staying relevant and approachable no matter your age. Life constantly changes, and being flexible in your approach to new situations makes you more resilient and appealing to others. Whether it's trying out new technology, understanding younger generations' perspectives, or adjusting to shifting social norms, adaptability shows that you're open-minded and willing to grow with the times. Harold noticed that his grandchildren were constantly on their smartphones, and at first he felt a bit left behind. But instead of resisting the change, he asked his granddaughter to teach him how to send a video message. After a few tries, Harold was able to send a heartfelt message to his daughter using a video chat. The next time he saw his granddaughter, he proudly showed her a new app he had learned to use. His willingness to adapt made him more connected to his family, and they appreciated how open he was to learning something new. The science behind it, studies show that people who adapt easily to new experiences or challenges are seen as more open, approachable, and resilient. Being adaptable doesn't mean changing who you are, but rather being willing to embrace new ideas, technology, or ways of thinking. People respect those who can adjust to the times, and they tend to feel more comfortable around them because they know that person is willing to evolve and meet them where they are. How to apply this in daily life? Learn new technology. Even if it feels intimidating, take small steps to familiarize yourself with things like smartphones, social media, or online tools. Not only will it help you stay connected with younger generations, but it also shows you're willing to keep up with the modern world. Understand new perspectives. Ask younger people about their experiences or opinions, and approach their views with an open mind. This shows that you value their perspectives, even if they're different from your own. Embrace change. Life isn't static, and neither are you. Whether it's adopting a new routine, trying a different hobby, or updating how you approach social situations, being adaptable signals to others that you're comfortable with change and growth. Be patient with technology. Don't be afraid to ask questions and seek help. Most people appreciate when you're open about wanting to learn, and they'll be more likely to help you along the way. Adaptability is all about maintaining an open heart and mind, and it shows others that you're willing to evolve with the world around you. This openness fosters stronger relationships and helps you stay connected with people of all ages. In the next section, we'll explore a final trait that will leave a lasting impression on everyone you meet. What's something new you've learned recently, or a change you've made that helped you connect with others? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories of adaptation. Why gratitude is a game changer. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for building deeper, more meaningful relationships. When you express appreciation for the small things, whether it's someone's time, effort, or even their company, it not only makes them feel valued, but it also fosters a positive, warm atmosphere. People naturally gravitate towards those who acknowledge the kindnesses around them, and showing gratitude can open the door to stronger, more genuine connections. Harold learned the power of gratitude after a simple act from his neighbour Doris. One afternoon, Doris dropped off some homemade cookies to thank Harold for helping her with her garden. Harold, feeling deeply touched, wrote her a heartfelt note saying, "Thank you for thinking of me, Doris. Your kindness made my day, and I'll always be here if you need anything." Doris, in turn, felt valued and appreciated, and this small exchange strengthened their bond. Gratitude, in its simplest form, can turn an ordinary gesture into something truly special. The science behind it, research shows that practicing gratitude has a profound impact on our relationships. When we express appreciation, we not only boost the other person's mood, but also our own. Gratitude activates the brain's reward system, making us feel more positive and connected. It also strengthens the bonds between us by making others feel noticed and acknowledged. By regularly practicing gratitude, we can cultivate an environment where appreciation and kindness thrive. How to apply this in daily life? Acknowledge the little things, whether it's someone holding the door for you, helping with your groceries, or simply sharing a smile. Take a moment to thank them. A simple thank you can go a long way in building positive relationships. Write thank you notes. Expressing gratitude through a handwritten note or even a quick text message can make others feel appreciated. It shows that you recognize and value their kindness. Share your gratitude openly. Tell your friends, family, or even acquaintances how much you appreciate them. It could be for their support, their presence, or their patience. It all adds up and strengthens your connection with them. Practice gratitude daily. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for. This not only helps you feel more positive, but also reinforces the habit of expressing appreciation to others. Gratitude is a simple yet powerful way to create meaningful, lasting relationships. By focusing on the positives and expressing your appreciation for others, you open the door to deeper connections and enrich your own life in the process. In the final section, we'll recap how all these traits come together to help you become more likable and build stronger relationships no matter your age. What's something you're grateful for today? Let us know in the comments and share how practicing gratitude has positively impacted your relationships. By incorporating these 9 traits into your life, you'll not only make yourself more likable, but also change the way people perceive aging. It's all about taking control of your narrative, embracing positivity, and actively engaging with the world around you, no matter your age. When you focus on being approachable, adaptable, and genuinely caring, you create connections that are rich with understanding and respect. Let's look at how Harold's life transformed. After consciously applying these traits, Harold became someone others actively sought out. His newfound positivity, openness to learning, and gratitude didn't just make him more likable, they made him someone people cherished. As his relationships deepened, Harold realized that the respect he gained wasn't just for his wisdom, but for his warmth, his joy, and his ability to genuinely connect with others. He didn't just want to engage with people, he did engage, and the difference was profound. He became a true example of how adopting these traits can change your social world for the better. Remember, it's never too late to start making changes that will help you connect more meaningfully with those around you. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, these traits are powerful tools to enrich your relationships. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more life advice tailored just for you.